Yes, those who can see my screen, quickly say yes. Okay. So these are the six statements we proved, right? We proved six implications. First statement we proved was A subset of B, then a union is B. Then it's converse. If A union B equals to B, then A is also subset of B. This is also true. Then about the intersection, if A is subset of B, A intersection B is A, and A intersection B is A, then conversely, A is also subset of B. And this we proved, these are actually contrapositive statements, right? We proved equivalence using contradiction. So A is subset of B is given, right? A subset of B is given. We have to show B complement is subset of A complement. So we take X in B complement. We want to show it is in A complement. Suppose it is not in A complement, but then it is in A. Yeah, if it is in A, then it is in B, which is contradiction because we started in B complement. Similarly, this, right? So we have actually four statements here. Statement number A is A is subset of B. Okay. Another B is the union is B. C is that A intersection B is A, and D is B complement is subset of A complement. Right? So four statements, and this where you have to write in assignments. So some of you have already submitted, some of you are not submitted. So you have to submit by midnight, 11:59 today, tonight. Okay, so these four things are there, and we want to show that all these four things are equivalent. Right? What do we mean by equivalent? When we say equivalent, we have seen this earlier, right? Equivalent मतलब क्या है? Yes, room number 5, Shivam.
If one statement holds true, then the other holds true too.
Yes, very good. Okay, good. So if one statement is true, that's right. Then the other also holds. Yeah? You can assume any one, and then the other also holds true. Right? So how many things do we need to prove? If we want to show that all statements are equivalent, how many statements we need to prove? If all the four are equivalent. If I assume any one, then the other must be true. Okay, this I have to show. So how many times, how many things we have to prove? How many implications? You can take a guess, no problem. Whatever idea you have, even if the answer is wrong, that's fine. Okay. Room number 7, Aska.
Sir, two.
Two. Which are the two? See, to show that A and B are equivalent, I have to show that A implies B and B implies A. Then only A and B are equivalent, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So A implies B and then B implies A. So that there are two things. First is A implies B, and then another thing is B implies A. Then A and B are equivalent. So this is number one. This is number two. Two things we have to prove. But then only A and B are equivalent. But we have to show that all four are equivalent. Maharshi?
Sir, only one, because others are like complement of the conversely, we can directly tell.
Which one? Which one?
If we tell A, then we can directly say all.
No, I mean, I want to show that these are all equivalent. If I assume A is subset of B, I want to say that A union B equals to B. So I have proved that, right?
Yes, so all four.
But how would I say B implies A?
So A implies B, B implies C, C implies D, and D implies A. Then you can connect all.
So how many things you have to prove? It's not one.
Four. Four.
You have to, so there are, he says four things. Okay, let us ask somebody else. Aisha, room number 4.
Same answer, sir.
Same answer, 4. Okay.
Yes.
Room number 5, Krishna.
Yes, sir. I think 9.
How many? 9.
I think 9. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we use this 6 to prove? Okay, I'm clearing the feedback. You answer me. I want to show that C implies A. I want to show that C implies A. How do I show? So I assume that if A is A intersection B is A, I want to show that. Have we done already? Vinith? C implies A किया है?
Yes, sir.
Where it is? Which statement?
4.
It's 4, right? So this is statement number 4. Okay, C implies A, only one thing is required. I want to show that C implies B. How do I show? Room number 8, Firdaus. C implies B. So this is given to me. I want to prove B. How do I show? Room number 8, Firdaus. Yeah. Not able to hear you. Charvi?
So two statements.
Which are the two statements? Charvi said two statements, right? Which are the two statements?
Fourth and one.
Fourth and one. Okay. So I have given good. I have been given A intersection B equals to A. So for using statement number 4, if I prove this number 4, we already done. I can conclude that A is subset of B, and then I can use number 1. A is subset of B, then A union B equals to B. So from C implies B, I can use two statements. So can I use all these 6 statements to conclude that all these 4 are equivalent? Can I go from 1 to any of this? If I want to show that D implies B, how do I show, Bhakti?
Yes, sir.
D implies B कैसे दिखाएंगे?
Sir, sixth or first say.
Yes, 6 or first say. Yes, D is given, so B complement is subset of A complement. So by 6, I can have A subset of B, and I can then show that A subset of B by using number 1. Okay. So actually, we need to prove how many? I'll have to prove that A implies B, B implies A. So 2 here. Then I have to show A implies C, C implies A. So 2 here. A implies D, D implies A. So 2 here. Then B implies C, C implies B. So 2 here. C implies D, D implies C, 2 here. B implies D, D implies B. So total, how many are there? Total 12 will be there, right? But we don't need 12. We can use this 6 to show that to go from anywhere to anywhere. How many, how many of you understand this? Oh. We actually need to prove each and every statement is equivalent to other. We need 12 implications. A implies B, B implies A implies C, C implies. So every two we have to show one implies other. So total 12 are required. But we can reduce. Once we have this 6, we can make use of this to show any of this are equivalent. Yes, Pritika.
Yes, sir. Sir, isn't it enough to prove the first six only?
This 6, no?
No, sir.
Which 6? So
जो आपने नीचे
now the thing. ये वाला ना?
Yes, sir.
So now, yes. So anywhere, number is 6 only. Your Pritika says that it's enough to prove first 6 only. Why? Because I have A implies B, B implies A, two statements. Then I have A implies C and C implies A, another two. Then I have A implies D and D implies A. So this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. Here again, the total is 6. Here also total 6. Okay, so total 6 statements. Now question is, can we reduce this? Can we show that all these 4 are equivalent using proving statements less than 6? Or minimum 6 is required? The maximum 12. If I prove each and every statement is equivalent to other, maximum 12. But here also 6. This is another way. Connecting every statement via A. So then also 6. Can we reduce the number to 6? 6 मिनिमम जरूरत है या 6 से कम में प्रूव कर सकते हैं? That is my question. How many of you did not understand my question? say no. Arpita, question समझ नहीं आया?
No, sir.
So what we need to prove that these four are equivalent. You know what are equivalent? If I assume one, I should be able to prove anything.
Yes, sir.
Any other. Yeah. So D implies A. Bhakti said that D implies A. I can make the use of 6. So if this is given, I can conclude that A subset of B and then
तो
A
माइक
subset of
चालू हो जाता है
A subset of B. Then I can
थोड़ा
conclude that A union B equals to B.
ये सब
Right? So D implies A can be done like this. So if I want to show that all these are equivalent, what I can do is maximum 12 implication I prove. I prove that A implies B, B implies A implies C, C implies A, and all this. So maximum 12. If I prove these 12 statements, 12 implications, then all these four are equivalent. Is it clear, Arpita?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but we don't need 12. We can prove only this 6. We have proved already 6. Using this 6 also, we can conclude, we can assume any one and go to anywhere, prove anywhere. And one suggestion was this, that even this 6 are also sufficient. A implies B and B implies A. So 2 here, A implies C and C implies A. So 2 here and 2 here, A and D. So these 6 are also fine. So if I want to show that B implies D, I will make the use of B implies A and then A implies D. If I want to show that D implies C, then I'll make the use of D implies A implies C. If I want to show that A implies B, then directly this. So here also from anywhere I can prove anything. I can assume one and I can prove the other. So here also number is 6. We don't need all 12 to show that. Even if we show this 3, this 6, 2, 2, 2, then also we are done. Here also 6. This 6 also we can prove. Now my question is, can we reduce less than 6? I'm clearing the feedback. Can it be reduced to less than 6? Is there any way we can show this by proving statements less than 6? Can we conclude that all are equivalent? Or 6 will be the minimum number required? That is the question. Anwar?
So can we prove that A implies B, B implies C, C implies D, and D implies A?
Yes, Anwar says that A implies B, B implies C, C implies D, and D implies A. So number 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many statements here required? 4.
Oh,
Right? But how many of you think this is the right answer? Using these 4 statements, we can assume any one and conclude any other. So if I want to show that B implies D, how will I show that? Sumit,
Yes, sir.
B implies D कैसे दिखाएंगे? We have shown this 4 then.
By transitivity property.
No. Just tell which statements you will use. Why are you complicating things? Anwar says we have to prove 4 things. A implies B, number 1. Number 2, B implies C. Statement number 3, we prove that C implies D. And statement number 4, D implies A. Anwar says that we prove these 4 statements. Now, my question is, I want to prove that B implies D. How do we make use of these 4 statements to conclude that B implies D? That was my question, Sumit.
No, sir, I didn't get it.
Okay, just pay attention. See, Pritika, how do I conclude B implies D? Which statements I use?
Yes, sir. So B implies C and C implies D. So that
Yes,
means B implies D.
yes, B
The first
implies
one,
C, yeah, and C implies D. That's right. So then B implies D. So these 2 statements I'll use. If I want to conclude that C implies B, then Ayush, how do I prove C implies B in this? What Anwar said.
We can say C implies D, D implies A and A implies B.
Yes. So to go from C to B, we have to make use of 3 statements. C implies D, D implies A, and A implies B. So B implies C directly, but C implies B, I have to make use of these 3 statements. So are all these four equivalent? No. Are these four sufficient? If we prove only these four statements. What are these four statements? I am writing here again. A implies B, B implies C, C implies D, and D implies A. If we prove this, how many of you understand then that we have proved that all these four are equivalent? Yes, Charvi?
So how do we prove B implies C directly?
B implies C already we have proved. We need to prove this. This is what I'm saying.
But we
Okay,
need A for that, right?
I need, instead of proving this 6, we need to prove only 4. This is what Anwar says. One thing will prove that A implies B. That means A subset of B implies A union B equals to B. Then we'll prove this A union B equals to B implies A intersection B equals to A. Then we prove this. And then we prove this. So if you have these four things, I can conclude B implies C. I already proved. Statement number 1 I proved. Statement number 2, 3, and 4. B implies C is my statement number 2. C implies B. C implies B is my statement number 3 plus 4 plus 1. Is it clear, Charvi?
Yes, sir.
We can now reduce the number. ये 6 statement prove करने की जरूरत नहीं है. We can prove only 4. Which 4? A subset of B implies union is B. Union is B implies intersection is A. Intersection is A implies B complement subset of A complement. And fourth thing is this. B complement subset of which is our statement number 6. यहाँ से यहाँ. Only 4 things if we prove, then we are done. How many of you understand this? Okay, I want you to discuss. And is there any other way? Is this the only way to show, or is there any other way also? Okay, can we go below 4? Can we prove only 3 or at most 3 statements and conclude this? Okay, take 20 seconds. Go through it in your mind. You have any problem?
So we can't reduce it more less than 4.
That you have to discuss. I'm not asking right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm writing this set now. X belongs to G2. G2 we know, right? So G2 is what? Set of participants in this class right now in our class G2. Okay. So I am saying X belongs to G2 such that I state some property here. Okay. But can you tell me, so if I denote this as A, can you tell me A is a subset of which set? A is a subset of which set? A के एलिमेंट्स क्या होंगे? Same people. Okay, Jainam.
G2.
Yes. How do you know that?
Because all the participant will be in the set G2.
Because I have written here G2, right? So A is, I know, is a subset of G2, right? So from here itself, I can tell that it's a subset of G2. Elements are coming from G2. Now, what elements will come will depend on this property, what we'll give here. So if I say that X is an instructor, what is the
So what is the set? If x equal to, so A equal to set of all x is G2. Jay, you're back.
Yes, power cut. So, but I have connected through my phone.
Okay,
So,
continue.
yeah. So, did they answer which set is this?
No, nobody answered. I was just starting to take over. You can continue from the same point.
Okay. So, if I say that X is an instructor, then what is the set? Probably they cannot see my screen. Or can you see my screen?
No. No.
No. Okay. But if I say X is an instructor, what is that X? Rachna,
Yes, sir.
what is that X? What is the set? Rachna?
Sir,
X in
A.
G2 says that set is A, but what will be that set? Can you tell me elements of that set?
Sir, I am the element of G2. No, no.
You
You
are
are
an
the
instructor.
element of the.
Okay. Good. So then it will be how many elements are there? Is there any other element other than me?
No, sir.
No, right? So it's a singleton set. X is a singleton set. Yeah. Screen, there was some problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Now I
it is
think
fine.
it will be.
Yes.
So then this is right. Okay. So if I say that, so B is this set X is in G2, right? Such that X is from Kerala.
Jay, I think there is some issue.
Screen not visible?
Yeah, now it is fine.
Okay. Power is back anyway. Okay. Clearing the feedback. X is from Kerala, right? So what is the set? Those who are in the set, click yes. Those who are in the set. Akanksha, are you from Kerala?
Sir?
Are you from
No,
Kerala?
sir.
So are you in the
No.
set? No. तो आपने तो यस कहा.
सर सर मैं एमटीसी हूँ फिर भी मैं सेट में होगी क्योंकि मैं क्लास G2 की स्टूडेंट्स हूँ.
नहीं ये G2 नहीं है. This G2 is different. This is B. It's a subset of G2, right? It's a subset of G2, right? All those students who satisfy this property. हाँ, कौन है यहाँ केरला से है कोई? पूजा, what is the set? Rishikesh, can you tell what is the set? Vinith, can you tell what is the set?
Sir, it will be null set.
We say empty set, right? So B is empty set. Nobody is in G2 is from Kerala, but we do not like this. But we say it is an empty set.
It's a good thing Arusha and Jayantan are not here today.
Oh, Arusha is not this. I missed, yes. If I say the set X in G2, I said that X has 15 fingers. What is the set then? Advait?
So it will be an empty set again.
It's an empty set again, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
does anybody have 15 fingers?
No, sir.
Okay, no, right? Okay, fine. So see, I've written empty set as a subset of G2, right? And how many of you understand this? We have described empty set as a subset of G2. All those participants of G2 having 15 fingers. So no one is there. So nobody satisfies this property actually. Right? Shivam?
Sir, shouldn't it be say X has only 15 fingers because everyone has 15 fingers and additionally 5.
You are counting hands and toes, right? I mean legs.
I was waiting for
Yes,
somebody
sir.
to ask that. Good.
Hands and legs, right?
Yes, sir.
So चलो 25 कर देते हैं to now.
Okay, sir.
अभी ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you count fingers including toes in hands and legs, still not 25, okay? Okay, good. What is this set? X belongs to R. I'm not writing the property, but it is a subset of which set? Tanya?
Real numbers.
Yeah, it's a subset of R. We can just tell from this, okay? Elements are coming from R. Okay, if I write x square equals to 1, then what is this set? Parul? We have seen this, right?
Yes, sir. Singleton set.
Singleton? Which element?
So 1.
1. Okay, 1 is in this set. So if I call this set as C, 1 belongs to C. So singleton 1 is a subset of C. We have done this much. Is there any other element?
No, sir.
No? We have done this in the class. I've given you for discussion also. It was there in the poll also.
Sir,
Yes.
5 will be.
No, 1 is there. 1 satisfies. Is there any other element?
Sir,
Yes,
5.
Kundan?
5.
Pi.
5. Sir,
5.
because it looks
5 square. 5
5,
square is
5.
not.
Sir, 5. 5.
You are saying this?
Yes, sir.
No. This is not a real number, no? This is a real number.
Oh,
Subset.
yes, sir. Sorry.
So 1 is already there. 1 square equals to 1. 1 is there. It cannot be empty. It cannot be empty. Kundan? Kundan?
Sir, I have an answer.
And who is speaking?
Aisha.
Aisha. Okay, Aisha, tell.
It's a singleton set.
Singleton set 1. Okay, are we missing any other real number whose square is 1? Aduvait?
So minus.
-1.
You're forgetting that. See, already done in the class discussion, even in poll. So what is this set? C is 1 and -1. If you remember, I had given you two sets. One is this 1 minus 1 and one is this x square equals to 1 and 1 and -1. I asked you to show whether they are equal or not to check. Right? So, but if I write like this, x belongs to R such that x square is less than 0. What is this set? Ritu?
It is an empty set.
It's an empty set. So empty set, this is an empty set. And we have shown it's a subset of R, right? Elements are coming. Why it's an empty set, Ritu?
Because square of real number is greater than 0.
Greater than 0?
Okay, let me ask a
Sure.
question. Can I ask a question? So don't write. All of you, please listen. The set I'm giving is very similar to what is there on the screen. Set of all x in R such that x square is greater than 0. Set of all x in R such that x square is greater than 0. What is the set? Jay, you can take over.
Yeah. Yes, Ramesh. What is that set?
R star,
What is R star?
जिसमें जीरो नहीं आएगा,
जिसमें
real
जीरो
number,
नहीं है। हाँ, सो रियल नंबर माइनस सिंगलटन जीरो.
singleton.
Okay. हाँ, so now this is empty set. This is correct. But if you forgot this, we already done. Given any x in R, what is the square? Right? X square, what is this possibility? Pradnya, what is the possibility now? Can we say that it's always greater than zero for a given any
Yes,
real
sir.
number? हाँ,
Yes, sir.
any real number.
हाँ,
But then why did you
नहीं,
say R star? हाँ, कौन सा number है?
पूरे पॉजिटिव इंटीजर आएंगे.
हाँ, नेगेटिव भी आएंगे ना?
हाँ, जीरो
हाँ,
छोड़ के
बट
सब आएंगे.
हाँ, तो जीरो भी रियल नंबर है कि नहीं है?
है.
Right? So here we'll have x square is greater than equals to zero, right?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if I give you set H equals to set of all human beings, can you quickly give me some properties such that this set is empty set X in H such that if I say that X names is J, then every J will come in the set. Okay, so I don't want any element in the set. Can you think of something? Rigveda?
Has claws, like animals have claws. So X has claws. No human has claws, right?
X has claws, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any other? Takshak?
Sir, X has wings.
X has wings. Okay. No, X is Superman. Okay. Okay. Sumanyu?
X has two hearts.
X has two hearts. Yes. Good. Right. So all these are empty set, and we have written empty set as a subset of H. So I want you to think about this, and discuss. Write empty set as a subset of R in a different way. Already one is given as a subset of Q. Okay, as a subset of G2, as a subset of Z, and okay. Is it clear? So write, Aisha's question.
Sir, can you explain the question once again, please?
So if I want to write empty set as a subset of Q, how do I write? X belongs to Q such that I have to give some property. I have to give
Yes,
this
sir.
property in such a way that no element is in the set. This set has to be an empty set. Okay, but I am writing it as an element of Q. The property is in element of C. This X is all those real numbers whose square is less than zero. Square is negative. So is there any real number which satisfies this property? No. So it's an empty set. But I would describe the property as a subset of R, right? So here we have written as a subset of human beings. Here we have written empty set as a subset of G2. All those participants of G2 having 25 fingers. It's an empty set, so it's subset of G2. So write this as a subset of R, Q, right? Rational numbers G2, Z, N. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Give the property of such elements in the set which no element satisfies. Some property. So it's an empty set. Okay. So now you know all these intervals, right? This open interval A, B. How do we write this? We have discussed in previous class. We cannot list all the elements. 0, 1 we had written. So how do we write in the set form? Nandika?
Yes, sir.
How do we write?
Sir, X lies between A and B. X is greater than A and less than B.
Uh, So X belongs to R such that X is okay. Pragya, same answer. Okay, room number 10, Sonali, same answer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, how do we write this? We can combine this two. Okay, we have written, right? How do I write this?
Sir, X intersection A intersection B. X belongs to A intersection B.
No, there is no A and B. A and B are real numbers, right? For example, 0, 1, interval 0, 1. So X is greater than 0 and X is less than 1. But we write together. How do we write? I write this. I can also write this as X greater than A. I can also write as A less than X, right?
Yes.
So I can write this A less than
A less than X and B greater than X.
So then this is less than B. Okay.
Yes.
Is this clear to everyone? This is how we had written earlier also. So actually this is the way we write, but it's two statements. X is greater than A and X is less than B. Okay. That is
just
clear.
one question. Just
Yeah.
one question. Somebody said this is an intersection. How many of you see it as an intersection? I'm going to clear all feedback. Do you think that this is an intersection of two very naturally occurring sets? How many of you think this is an intersection of two very, very naturally occurring sets? Either you click yes or you click no. Well, people have said no, I think, and only 9 people have said yes. 9 and 15. There are so many people here. So the question is, let me repeat it again. Somebody said this is an intersection. I just want to know, do you see some two naturally occurring sets for which this is an intersection? It's a very, very obviously an intersection. This is very poor. 8th day, I can only see 25 clicks. Everybody is an yes or a no. If you see it, click yes. If you don't see it, click no. Still no, you can't. The count has not even reached 50. This is really poor on this on the 8th day. You have to be faster than this. And everyone of you know, Jay is going to be very, very unhappy with you. I think he's explicitly pointed out that whenever you see an and, there is an intersection. How many of you now see that there are two sets there? Jay, you can continue.
Yeah. Rigveda? Yes, what is your answer?
Yes, so it's an intersection because we are talking X greater than A and X less than B.
So what are the two sets?
X greater than A and X less than B.
Yes, X, all those real
Please
numbers.
don't forget the X belongs to R. It's very important.
Yes.
And B is all those real numbers. X belongs to R such that X is
X less than B.
less than B. Yes. See, geometrically also we represent like this. So if A is less than B, right? What is this set? Now this is this set. X is greater than A. So this way, right? All those real numbers greater than A. And then X is less than B is this set. Sorry. It's less than B. So it's from this, right? All those real numbers less than B. What is the intersection? Right? What is the intersection? This part. How many of you are clear with this? Does anybody want to change their answer now? Yes to no or no to yes? And we have done no intersection. Okay, if there is still confusion, discuss. Okay, what about this? Or just let me give this. How do I write this? Some are not even clicking. Aman, room number 9.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
X X is greater than or is equal to A
Where X? X in G2, X in
such that
human
X belongs
beings.
to R. X belongs to
So,
R.
not such that. Start with X belongs to R. X belongs to R.
X belongs to R.
Such that.
Huh. X greater than
It
or
has to
is
be a real
equal to
number
A.
first.
Yes,
X is greater than or equals to A.
And X is less than B.
And X is less than B. Right?
Yes.
So here also there are two things. Right? What are the two statements here? X is greater than A or X equals to A. Right? So how do I write this in just like previous case? I can write this as A less than equals to Aman. How do I write this?
Yes, sir.
A
X less than B.
X less than B, yes. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Try to imagine, right? Like this, how it will look. Try to think about this. If I write like this, then what is this interval? 2, 1. I already defined this interval, right? What is 2, 1? Vishal?
Yes, sir. The elements which are greater than 2 and less than 1.
So what is that set? That's correct.
That
Greater
set,
than 2 and less than 1. What is that set? Can you give an element?
5. I think 5 will be there.
5.
So, greater than 2.
And less than 1?
Oh, sorry, sir. 0.5.
0.5.
Yes, sir.
Greater than 2?
Oh, sorry, sir.
Okay. Heath, what is the set?
Set.
Yes, this empty set, right? We are not given. See, A is less than B is not given. How many of you understand this empty set? Right, greater than 2. We are looking at this side and also less than 1. It's not or, not either here or here, it's and. So this is another way of expressing empty set as a subset of R. All of you understand this? Somebody's mic is on. Vishal.
How will you prove that this is the empty set? Let me clear all feedback. How many of you can see a proof that this is the empty set? You have made a guess. We all agree that it is correct. But how many of you can see a proof? Jay, you want to call out somebody?
Yeah. Shivam, room number 5.
Sir, the description can be rearranged as 2 is less than x less than 1. But by transitivity, it gives us 2 is less than 1, which is a contradiction. So this set is empty.
That's an incomplete proof. That's an idea. The proof is not complete. So how many of you can see a proof? The idea is already there in what Shivam just said. But the proof that he gave is not correct.
Sakshi,
Rachna?
you want to try?
Then?
Rachna.
Okay.
Rachna?
Sir, if we take any number greater than 2, but 1 is less than 2. So we can't find a
Yes.
number which is less than 1 and greater than 2.
That's fine, but see, you have to
It's
show
again an
that
idea.
Sir, can
again, you have to show that element is not in the set. So real number when it is not in the set, when it does not satisfy this property. Okay. How do you prove that?
can I?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. First, we take the set x greater than 2 and another set x less than 1. And after that, we take intersection of the two sets. Then there is an empty set.
But that's what we want to prove. That's what we want to prove. Advait?
So I had a similar method of proving as to Sumit, but just a different methodology. That
Try.
so if we consider a set of reals such that x is greater than 2 and another set where x is less than 1, so we see that the set that we have defined here, it is the intersection of these two sets. And for the intersection to be true, both of the properties have to be satisfied at once, that is simultaneously, and that is not happening. So that way we can say that the set is empty.
Yeah,
Every
still
one of you
near,
said
but
exact same thing. Nobody has given
same
a proof.
idea.
So let me just say where you should begin. See, all of you have an idea, but you don't know where to begin. Whenever you do this, there is a simple method of proof. Very simple method of proof. I want to prove that this set is empty set. Where will I begin? Please don't raise hand if you have an answer. I'm definitely not going to ask
Do
you.
not raise hand now.
I'm definitely not going to ask you. So when I don't know where to begin, I know I want to say that the set is empty. I have a very good idea as to why, but I'm not able to prove it. Where will I begin? What method will I choose? Yeah, Jay, you can call it something.
Yeah. You have to click yes if you want to answer. Ankita, room number 3.
Yes, sir. It's the same
Yeah.
method.
Which method?
So taking any number which is greater than 2 and
No, that's not correct. Please,
No,
somebody else.
sir.
Somebody
Anwar?
else.
So first we suppose that this set is not empty, and then
Very
we
good. What's the method? What call this method?
proof of by contradiction.
This is a proof by
Yes.
contradiction. See, I don't know how to begin. The most natural thing I try to say, maybe it's false. This is a proof by contradiction. So Anwar, now, can you complete the proof?
So we suppose that the set is not empty, so there must exist an element x belonging to the given set. And if x belongs to 2, 1, then x must be greater than 2 and x must be less than 1. That then we can continue and we get the contradiction that 2 is less than 1.
No, complete it. So there is a real number x, such that x is greater than 2 and x is less than 1. Now continue.
So which implies that 2 is less than x and less than 1. And we know that this is transitive, so which implies that 2 is less than 1. So which is a contradiction, as we know that 1 is less than 2. So we get that a contradiction arises. So our initial supposition must have been wrong. So the set is empty.
What did it contradict?
We got that 2 is less than 1.
Why is that a contradiction?
Because 1 is less than 2, and by the law of trichotomy, only.
Very good. Law of trichotomy is all you need to say, right? It contradicts the law of trichotomy. Yeah. So is that clear to everyone? See, without having such an x, I can't use transitivity. I need to know that there is a number between 2 and 1 to use transitivity. And you don't have that because you're trying to show it's empty. The only way you will get it is by going by contradiction. So in this particular proof, this more or less is the way to go about it. I mean, there are other variations to this, but effectively it's the same thing. So Jay, just repeat the proof once and then let them ask.
Yeah. So, okay, as Anwar said, suppose we start with, suppose this set is non-empty, so there is an element x in the set. Okay, so what do we know about x? X is greater than 2 and x is less than 1, right? But then we have x is less than 1 but we also know that 1 is less than 2, but then x is also less than 2. So this property is not satisfied. Or we have, or as Anwar said, we can have a real number which is greater than 2 and less than 1. So by transitivity, we have 2 is less than 1. 2 is less than x. I can write this 2 is less than x is less than 1. So by transitivity, this would imply 2 is less than 1, which contradicts it because 1 is less than 2. Is it clear to everyone now? Okay. How do we write this set? Ashwini, room number 7.
Yes, sir.
How do we write this?
X belongs to R
Yes.
such that X less than A.
X is less
No,
than
no.
A. Less than A.
No, greater than A,
X is greater than A.
and X is less than infinity.
Okay. Parul? Somebody said no. Maharshi?
X greater than A, only this condition is enough.
Okay. Charvi? Same answer?
Yes, sir. Same as Moshi.
Same as Maharshi, yes. See, X, why do we write this? X less than infinity. There is no real number, right? This means that all those numbers which are greater than A. It's just this set. A is there. So it is just this set. Right? So this, we don't write this. We just write this as X in R, so that X is greater than A. All of you understand this? Akanksha?
यस सर
हाँ,
सर यहाँ पे
problem?
समझ में नहीं आया कि एंड एक्स लेस देन ए आपने इसको काट क्यों दिया
नहीं, यहाँ X greater than A लिखा ना?
हाँ
X
एक्स
is
ग्रेटर
greater
देन
than
ए
A. हाँ, फिर
एंड
less
एक्स
than
लेस
कोई
देन
नंबर, X less than infinity, right? इधर तो लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है ना?
हाँ
Just the set is this, X is greater than A, that's a set. कहाँ तक?
ओके
हाँ,
ए
कहाँ
से बी
तक
तक है
एलिमेंट्स है? हाँ, अभी B नहीं है ना? There is no B
हाँ
here.
नहीं
हाँ, A to
एक्स
infinity, that means all those elements which are just greater than A. Is it clear now?
यस सर
There is no B here, so all those elements which are greater than A.
ओके
Okay. Okay, what about this set? Very few people are picking. Aarti?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is the set?
X belongs to R such
X belongs to R such that?
X is less than or equal to E.
Yes, X is less than or equals to A, right? Okay, all of you agree with her? Good. So this set, let me call this A0. It is this set. X belongs to R such that X is less than 0. Right, so we discussed this is nothing but the interval. What is this interval? Sumit, what is this set?
Which one, sir?
Not able to hear you.
Yes, sir. Now I'm audible.
What? Yeah, tell.
Yes, sir. Which one I'm not getting?
A0. A0. What is this set?
A0. X elements which are less than 0.
That is fine. I have written. But क्या होगा interval? Which interval will be this? उसके ऊपर तो लिखा है नंदिनी.
Minus infinity to 0.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, yes.
Minus infinity to 0.
Yes, minus infinity to 0. Yes, here we have written already here this greater less than equals to a was there. Here it is less than 0, right? Minus infinity to 0. Yes. How do we denote this? So this 0 is there and this is our set. Ritu, does 0 belong to the set?
No, sir.
No, 0 does not belong to A0. Okay. Good. Now my set is this. I'm taking x belongs to R such that x into x minus 1 is less than 0. We have to identify the set. See, when you first see the set, what is the first question we ask? When we see the set. Yes, Aduvek?
Yes, sir.
What is the first question we ask when we see the set?
So we see that in the property, either x is less than 0 or x minus 1 is less than 0.
So we first check whether whether there is any element which satisfies this property or not. That
Yes,
means
sir.
whether the set is non-empty or not.
Yes, sir.
Right? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. So we first check whether the set is non-empty or not. Okay. So can anybody think of an element which satisfies this property? If we don't find any element, then it's an empty set. Okay. If it does not contain no real number satisfies this, then it's an empty set. So first check whether it is an empty set or not. Siddhi, can you give an element?
Yes, sir. 0, infinity.
No, element देना है. Can you give a real number which is in A1? A1 में कोई element? Okay. Pooja, can you give an element in the set? Bhakti, can you give me an element in the set?
Sir, it's an empty set.
It's an empty set? Okay. Clearing the feedback. How many of you agree with Bhakti? Empty set है. So many people are saying no. That means they have found some element. Take any real number, Bhakti. आपका favorite number कौन सा है?
Sir, 5.
5. Does 5 belong to this set? Check करो. When will 5 belong to the set? If 5 satisfies this property. Does 5 satisfy this property? Bhakti, does 5 satisfy this property?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Why? Because 5 into 4, right? This is 20 is not less than 0. Okay. No, not less than, sorry. Not less than 0. So 5 does not belong to A1. So I know that now A1 is a subset of R, but A1 is not equals to R because I found one element which is not in the set. Okay, so I have some information. It's not the full set, but does any other element belong to the set? Ankita?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you give an element in the set? You are said no.
So -5.
-5. Yes. Bhakti, check -5. What about x equals to -5? What do we have here? -5 into Ankita, -5 belongs to the set?
No, No, sir.
No. Okay. Again, this is equals to plus 30. Not less than minus 5 is also not there. Okay.
So
So
0.3.
0.3. Okay. Yeah, x equals to 0.3. So we have 0.3, and what is x minus 1? 1 minus 0.3, right? So 0.3 minus 1. So it's minus 0.7. Okay. So then 0.3 into minus 0.7. This is less than 0. Yes. So 0.3 is in A. Okay. Good. Tanya, any other element?
Sir, any element between open interval 0 to 1 will work.
Tanya says that any element. So what Tanya says is this. Let me write here. If x belongs to 0, 1, then it will work. That means x belongs to A1. Is this what you want to say, Tanya?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Parth, what about you?
Yes, sir. Same answer.
Same answer. Okay.
Yes.
So this, but we have not proved this. Okay. We have to prove this. But what does this prove? If I prove this statement, what does this mean? If I prove this statement, what does this mean? If x belongs to 0, 1, then x belongs to A1. What does this mean? इसका meaning क्या है? We have done this statement, right? If x is in A, then x is in B. What is the meaning of this? Rigveda?
So it is subset.
Yeah. Which subset? Who is subset of what?
X is a subset of A.
X नहीं. What is subset? Adya? What does this prove?
Basically, the statement means if our x will lie between 0 to 1, then our
Yes.
x will also be the element of A1.
But what does this
Set
prove?
A1.
What does this prove? Which set is a subset of what? Does this mean that?
Video चल रहा था? So I don't know.
Okay. If I say this, if x is in A, then x is in B. What does this mean? If A and B are two sets, what does this mean?
So A is a subset of B.
A is a subset of B, yes. So if I show this, suppose we show this. This is our guess. Suppose we show this. What does this prove?
0 comma 1 interval is a subset of A1.
Yes, very good. 0, 1 is a subset of A1. Any number between 0 and 1 will work. Okay. So we have to prove this. This is our guess. But can we prove this, and how do we prove? We have found element which is not in the set. Okay. Which are the elements which are not in the set? 5 is not there. If I take 6, 6 is also not there. So minus 5 also is not there. But 0.3 works. So the guess is now anything between 0 and 1 works. But how do we prove this? We want to prove this. What is given? Can anybody tell what is given? If I want to prove this, what is given? Why are you not clicking? Rani,
Yes, sir.
what is given to me?
Then
If I
x
want to
belongs
this.
to x belongs to 0 to 1.
Yes, x belongs to 0, 1. Good. But that means what? X belongs to 0, 1 means what? What can I say about
The
x?
element present in between 0 and 1.
So in between, so x is greater than 0 and
X is less
x
than
is
1.
x is less than 1, right? And what do I have to show, Rani?
We have to show that x belongs to A1.
A1, very good. So we have to show that x belongs to A1. When can we say that x belongs to A1? Right?
When the element x is present in between 0 and 1.
No. A1 देखो, A1 is here. Okay, A1 I have written. When do I say that some element belongs to A1?
when the condition satisfied.
Yes, exactly. When this condition is satisfied. Okay, good. How many of you understand this? Okay, we have taken x in 0, 1. This was our guess. Now we are trying to prove. We have to show it is in A1. It is in 0, 1 means it is greater than 0 and it is less than 1. And now we have to show it is in A1. When it will be in A1? If this condition is satisfied. Now let us check this condition. Does this condition is satisfied? Is the condition satisfied? X is positive, I know. Yes. Room number 7, Aska.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tell.
Yes, sir. If x belongs to 0, 1, then x is greater than 0 and x is less than 1.
Then is the condition satisfied? Will it be in A1?
No, sir.
Okay. Rishikesh?
Yes.
Batao, don't say yes, sir. Please answer. When I call out your name, just answer. You say it there. I kept on saying, just answer. When I call out your name, straight answer. You are clicking yes. I'm calling out your name. Answer.
Yes, sir, this condition satisfied.
Why? Can you explain why? Okay. Ayush?
Yes, sir. So because x is positive and we have to check x minus 1. So if x is positive, then x
Yeah.
minus 1 and x is also, we are given the condition that x is less than 1.
Yes.
If x belongs to 0, 1, then x minus 1 is going to be negative.
Yes.
And we are given that x is positive. So positive and negative, the
Yes.
product is going to be negative.
Yes.
So
Okay,
x
good.
into x minus 1 is less than 0. Therefore, it is a subset.
Yeah, good. Aska, can you now understand what he said? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you repeat?
Yes, sir. Sir, here the condition is x minus 1 is less than 0. So
Yes.
the interval is 0, 1, where x
Yes.
is greater than 0 and x is less than 1. So when we take a element which is less than 1 and greater than 0, then the condition is satisfied.
Yes. Why the condition is satisfied? Because x is positive, and if x is less than
Positive
1,
and
x minus 1 will be what?
x minus 1 will be positive.
Will be x minus 1. If x is less than 1, what will be x minus 1?
Sir, x minus 1 will be just a minute, sir.
Less than? Subtract 1 both sides, no?
Sir,
X
yes,
minus
yes,
1.
sir.
X
Sir,
minus 1 is less than 0,
it's less than 0, less than 0.
right?
Yes, sir.
So 1 is negative and 1 is positive. So what is the product going to be? This is positive, this is negative, so it will be negative.
It
Yes, so
will
we
be
are done.
negative.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. How many of you understand this? Akanksha, can you discuss and clear? Do you feel you can discuss and clear?
नो सर सर यहाँ पे x belongs to 0 से n तक 1 तक belong कर रहा है then x belongs to a तो सर
तो
यहाँ
0
पे कंडीशन से
x
यहाँ
is greater
x
than 0. बताओ.
and x is less than 1 हाँ तो सर यहाँ पे a1 कैसे सेटिस्फाई करेगी जैसे हमने लिया था यहाँ पे 0.7
No,
तो ये
wait.
लेस देन 0 हो गया था
Akanksha, x is greater than 0. Okay.
हाँ
एक पॉजिटिव
Hey,
नंबर
ask
है
her what are
x.
we doing?
I know, but she is confused, I think.
Yeah.
X is greater than 0, Akanksha.
यस सर
पॉजिटिव है.
हाँ
X is also less than 1.
यस सर
So what can you say about x minus 1?
सर x minus 1 x belongs to a minus 1 A1 सिद्ध करना है अपन को, मतलब कि प्रूव करना है।
नहीं, हाँ वो तो प्रूव करना है, बट x अगर लेस देन 1 है तो व्हाट कैन यू से अबाउट x माइनस 1?
x लेस देन 1,
हाँ,
जैसे हम
कैन आई
5
से?
लेंगे, 5 माइनस 1 इज इक्वल टू 4, तो ये सेटिस्फाई नहीं करेगा।
नहीं, सी फोकस, x इज ग्रेटर देन 0, आकांक्षा, राइट?
जे जस्ट
हाँ, ये
आकांक्षा x हमने कहाँ से लिया है? वेयर डिड वी टेक x
x
फ्रॉम?
हमने A1 से लिया है, क्योंकि इसमें स्टेटमेंट में प्रॉपर्टी है।
नो नो नो, लिसन लिसन, व्हाट आर वी शोइंग? उधर टिक मार्क दिख रहा है, दैट इज द स्टेटमेंट वी आर गोइंग टू शो.
Yes, if x belongs to interval 0.1, 0,1, then x belongs to A1.
हाँ, सो कहाँ से x ले रहे हो?
A1 से ले रहे हैं।
इसका मतलब क्या है? इफ x इज इन a देन x इज इन b, हम लोग ये दिखाने तो हम लोग कहाँ से शुरू करते हैं? ये मान के चलते हैं ना?
हाँ,
हाँ, सो x इज इन a हमने लिया है, x इज इन 0 1, सो x इज ग्रेटर देन 0, x इज लेस देन 1, ठीक है?
ठीक है।
हाँ, x इज ग्रेटर देन 0, एक तो पॉजिटिव नंबर हो गया, x पॉजिटिव है, ये में इंफॉर्मेशन मिल गई, ठीक है? नाउ x इज लेस देन 1, तो अगर x लेस देन 1 है तो x माइनस 1 क्या होगा? लेस देन 0 होगा,
हाँ,
है ना? दोनों साइड -1 कर दो, आकांक्षा, है ना? तो x
लेस
माइनस
देन
1
1।
नेगेटिव हो गया। हाँ, ये नेगेटिव
हाँ,
हो गया, लेस देन 0 ये पॉजिटिव हो गया, एक पॉजिटिव नंबर है एक नेगेटिव है, तो उनका प्रोडक्ट करोगे तो क्या होगा?
माइनस में होगा।
हाँ, तो लेस देन 0 वही तो लिखा है, माइनस में होगा, है ना? आ गया ना A1 में, ये प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई होगी ना?
यस सर।
यस, ओके, yeah, time is up, but I want to ask, yeah, what we can ask next? अभी तो we have only shown this. What is this set actually? We have shown that all these elements are in A1. Okay, are there any other elements? What is A1? Yeah, Sumanyu?
The next question is A1, if x is part of A1, then is x part of 0?
X is part of 0 1, yes.
A1. Yes.
So if next is if x is in A1, then we have to show that x belongs to 0 1. Okay. So okay, let us quickly go through this proof. Marshi, where do we start?
X belongs to A1.
Okay, I take x belongs to A1. Then what can we say?
X into x minus 1 less than 0.
X into x minus 1 is less than 0. Okay, product
Or
of
x.
two numbers.
Yes, sir. So
Is
either
less
x
than
is
0.
greater than 0 or x minus 1 is greater than 0 and other one is less than 0.
No, wait, slowly. Two numbers are there, right?
Yes, sir.
Product of two numbers is less than 0. If I
Anyone,
multiply two numbers and the product is less than 0, that means what?
both are of different signs. One is positive, one is negative.
Yes, both are of different signs. How many of you agree? Right, x belongs to A1 liya hai, so it satisfies this property. Now here it is a real number. This is another real number. दो real number का product less than 0. That means one is positive, one is negative. Exactly, one is positive and the other is negative. Okay, but हाँ. So what are the cases?
उसके बाद either
Now,
x greater than 0, x minus 1 less than 0 or x minus 1 greater than 0, x less than 0. दो केस.
suppose x is less than 0. Suppose x is negative. What can you say about x minus 1? Positive होगा, negative होगा?
X minus 1 is also less than 0, so this case is discarded.
This case is not possible because we need one number which is positive and one is negative, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
we have one x is negative, then x minus 1 also is negative. So then product will be greater than 0.
So x minus 1 is less than 0 and x greater than 0.
Yes, so x greater than 0, right? And then and we should have x minus 1 less than 0. This is only possible.
So
Okay.
x belongs to 0, 0 to 1.
This is fine. Now what if x minus 1 is greater than 0?
Then x is greater than 1.
Then this, if I take this positive, the other one positive, then x also is greater than 1. But then x is positive, दोनों positive हो गया, तो ये केस भी नहीं होगा.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. How many of you get an idea? Product of two numbers we have is less than 0, so there are some cases, but some cases will not happen. Only one case will happen, which will conclude that x is in 0, 1. Okay, that I stop here. And what I want you to discuss, so geometrically represent this. What is this set geometrically, right? This is the interval 0, 1 we got. Now A2 is this x in R such that x minus 1, x minus 2 is less than 0, right? And you can write A3 also. You will know what will be A3 now. You will have three numbers, x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3 is less than 0. And you can try to find what is a pattern, right? Okay. And also to think and discuss later. This you can do for later. This set. First check whether it is empty or not. What is an element in the set? What element is not in the set? Okay, identify this. Okay, yeah, Gokul, you can stop.